Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into MIRA Pharmaceuticals' amended annual report, and it's a real page turner, or should I say a form filler, because it involves some corrections and clarifications. We're going to see why they had to file this amendment. So MIRA Pharmaceuticals filed an update, also known as an amendment, to their original annual report. This update, called Amendment Number 1, is to include one missing exhibit. Think of it like forgetting to attach a document to an email and then sending a follow-up email with the attachment. They say that besides adding this exhibit, nothing else in the original report has changed. Also, there won't be updates about stuff that happened after they first filed the report. This report contains their policy about getting back pay that was wrongly given out. It's like saying, oops, we overpaid someone, we need to fix that. This policy probably explains how they plan to handle situations where executives receive bonuses or other compensation based on financial results that later turn out to be wrong. This is a compliance to a rule the SEC made to help ensure honesty with executive pay. To recover those funds if they were miscalculated. Before we go deeper, let's look at some basic numbers. As of late March of 2025, MIRA Pharmaceuticals had about 16 each share has a par value, which is like a face value of a tiny fraction of a cent. Also, back in June of 2024, the total market value of shares held by people not closely tied to the company was about $2.4 million. This is based on a share price of around $1.64. The report also has a list of companies that MIRA Pharmaceuticals owns or controls, also known as subsidiaries. This gives you an idea of the structure of the company and how it's organized. The report includes important documents like their articles of incorporation, which is basically the company's birth certificate, and their bylaws, which are the rules for how the company is run. These documents are important for understanding the company structure and governance. The CEO and CFO have to sign off on the report saying that it's accurate and honest. These certifications are required by law to ensure that the people in charge are taking responsibility for the financial information that's being released. In other words, they have to vouch for the accuracy of everything. The document includes information about some agreements with other companies that might be related to MIRA. This agreement talks about sharing the costs of a lease between MIRA Pharmaceuticals, Telomere Pharmaceuticals, Helomere Pharmaceuticals, and Miralox LLC. This might mean they share office space or other facilities to save money. So what's the big picture here? MIRA Pharmaceuticals had to file an amendment because they forgot an exhibit, which is not a major issue, but it shows that they can make clerical mistakes. There don't appear to be financial updates in the report. Now, let's step back and look at the overall picture. MIRA Pharmaceuticals is a smaller company in the competitive pharmaceutical industry. Their financial situation, based on the information here, seems to be fairly standard. They had to fix something, which is never a good sign, but it doesn't mean they are in danger. However, you want to see them growing and be profitable. Keep an eye on how the company is developing new drugs, what the regulatory environment is like, and how well they are managing their money. That's all for today. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives.